Hey, here's the short version of the video. I wanted to share some of the lessons I learned from CEO Taku on how I can change my concept of neutral and hopefully help some other people who might be stuck thinking exclusively within Dragon Ball terms. So I'm going to start with UNIST as just a little example for a good minute. Then I'm going to show you what I mean by that a neutral applied in DBZ through the lens of Vegito, and why Vegito is so nice at it, even in respect to other characters with really nice neutral. Alright, so let's get at it. Okay, so we're in Under Night now, and for those of you who don't know, Under Night is a game that does not have full screen options for every single character. You cannot simply just close the gap. The best my character can do, if I want to just close the gap, is this move that pretty much gives up my turn unless I get the hit. And I could probably do like an air dash option there. But that's vulnerable to being anti-aired if I just do that out of nowhere. So what I'm forced to do with this character, and why I love her so much, is I need to control space. So the way I do that is, this is my Vegito 5L. Everything is based off this. I want to navigate into this space, and I want to fight for that space. But I don't have anything that can force it. At most, I can do like this to poke, but then my turn's over. I don't have an assist to keep it going. But that's fine, because I take my turn, and once my turn's over, I'm just blocking. And then I wait for their pressure to end, and then I jump out, and now I play back, and I go back to playing neutral. And I keep using tools to get back into the space I want. And that ultimately is how I've started to rethink neutral as a lot more of a calm approach. So let's get into Dragon Ball. Alright, so we're back in Dragon Ball, and let's look at Vegito's sweet spot right here. 5L. This is where everything starts. Behind him, if they backdash, if you're at this range now, 2M, 2L, forward S, we can cover behind. Backdash is not safe from this range. If they want to jump, that covers that. If they want to go a little higher than that, we can cover that angle. We can cover the angle right above, and then we can cover triangle directly above. So, Vegito does not have any dead angles when he's controlling this space, and it's all non-committal, because he recovers very quickly, and he can convert into an advantage situation no matter what, meterlessly. The only thing that Vegito really cares about vanishing is this kind of confirm, or this kind of confirm. Otherwise, you play neutral with just the ability to convert everything yourself. There's this, but that's not too much of an expectation to vanish convert. Okay. So, what happens if you are around this range? Well, you have these, and you can use an assist, like Gogeta, to cover both ground and directly above, and you get to take your turn no matter which they jump or stand block. If they get hit, you can convert. Or you can get a nice little bit of meaty Oki. If they are full screen and they decide, alright, I'm going to throw stuff at you to try and hedge their bets, you can clear the way. But don't rely on this, because it's not meant to be a neutral winning tool. It's a clear the board, get into pressure situation. So if I TK it, now we're in the second level of his reach. Can reach there, can reach there. So just by TKing from full screen, you don't have to TK though. You can just like super jump there, and know we're almost in 5L range. Remember that he keeps his air momentum. So, you want to be using this to clear the board, and just clear the board. utilize the air momentum, keep, and avoid things that are on the ground, but don't rely on this, because if they just see you trying to win neutral with 2 success, they're going to super dash. And you're fucked. You don't want it. But if you jump, and you're non-committal, and they super dash because they think you're going to throw the 2 success because you're threatening here, jab them. Just jab them. This angle can also be GT Goku if you jump forward. So, if they are going to respect that, and you throw this out very seldomly, you're in. And their neutral is literally just a transition into pressure, so that once your turns are done, and they didn't bite on any frame traps or mix-ups or whatever, go back to neutral. Then wait for your assists, and win neutral again, pressure again, back up. You don't have to win any exchanges. You don't have to win block strings or open them up by force. Just control. Just keep control. Vegito neutral with this team is fantastic. Vegito neutral in general is never going to change because his toolkit is going to control this zone. This zone, he dominates. This zone, he pressures. This zone, he can get out of, and he can safely clear the advantage of other characters. This is why Vegito wins neutral. Other characters, they have dead zones. Bardock has his dead zone directly below him. Of course, everyone has a dead zone directly below them. But Bardock has a dead zone here. Bardock has a lot of trouble covering that, especially from a range. Bardock doesn't have the tallest 2H. Bardock would have a little trouble covering directly that kind of angle, especially if it was non-2Hable. But if Bardock wants to cover this area, he has to commit a Rebellion Spear, vanish, Vegito doesn't commit it. And Bardock is the closest thing to having no weaknesses whatsoever. Bardock has to commit a lot. If does that, he has to cover this area, he has to Rebellion Spear. He has to use a special move, he has to use an assist to convert, he has to vanish. Vegito's fine. This converts. This can convert. Convert. Easy. Goku, he has a dead spot here. A lot of characters have a dead spot here. Goku has to use beams to hit those angles. Goku has to vanish. Vegito does not. Trunks has to vanish to confirm. He has to commit. He has to use resources. Vegito doesn't have to force himself. He just does what he does. That's why Vegito wins neutral. That's why he's good. And that's why you need to be patient and control your space.